25. This wind sucks. What's up, guys? So turkey season is 2 weeks away. I'm getting everything ready. Now I'm in a section of the farm that I burnt off, and if you watch me burn this field off, you remember what it looked like before. Well, this is what it looks like now. Nice, green, everything's coming up, got a good seed bed. If you can look right in here, good seed bed coming up. Sowed some winter wheat's coming up, and then we got on this section around the pond, we got this food plot here, so we got some grasses that are coming up. Got some rape that's coming up right there. Some clover, a little bit of everything. Might have got some weeds, some more rape coming up. But it's starting to grow, starting to come up pretty good. A lot of rape coming up and clover. So right now, what I'm gonna do is get a blind set up. I like to have a couple blinds set up. I like to have it where most of the birds are coming through this area, kind of adjacent with the pond. So I want to get a blind up to where I can at least see them from somewhat of a distance. That way I'm not wondering what the birds are doing. So I'd like to have it in a tree line somewhere to where I can at least see them from a little bit of a distance. And then we got another spot that we got to go through and set a blind up there in another field that we've been watching birds. So I got this 180 blind set up. I'm gonna tuck it into this pine tree over here behind me. Now I like this setup because it's a little bit higher up in front of me. Birds are short, so if I can get that up, just the decoys up a little bit higher, keep the birds up, I ain't gotta worry about my arrow nicking the blind, anything like that. The birds are usually staging around in this area, a little bit lower over here, higher over here, or it's a little bit higher here and here from me, but I can still see their tail fan and stuff. But with this high spot, I can put the decoys up there by my truck, close to my truck, and with that high spot, it's lower. The field kind of rolls over a little bit. So them decoys up high, this is the highest perch we got in this field. So keeping them decoys up high, them birds are gonna be able to see them decoys from a distance. And a lot of times if a bird can't see your decoys, it's hard to call him in. You can call him a little bit, and the best thing is just to shut up, make him think you're gone, and he'll come over there to check you out, maybe give him a few purr clucks. Something like that. But I always like to have where a bird can see my decoy from a distance, because if I can call them hens in over to me and that bird sees them decoys, 9 times out of 10 he'll come in there. Might take him a little bit, might have to play with him just a hair a little bit, but he usually, if he can see them decoys from a distance, he'll come in. But we got that 180 blind set up. I'm gonna tuck it into here. There's instances to where I can put a blind out in the middle of a field. I've killed birds with a blind out, just pop a random blind out in the middle of the field. I've shot birds like that. These birds, they've been hunted, they know the game, they ain't smart, but they're skittish of a blind sometimes if you pop it out just in the middle of a field. So it's kind of, you gotta know your birds and kind of go off of that. So knowing these birds, and I'm gonna play it safe, I'm gonna go ahead and tuck it in here into this pine. Kind of keeps it, we're having real windy days, I'm gonna stake it down. That's a little bit of blockage with the limbs coming off of it, blocking it from the wind, so I don't have to worry about my blind blowing, coming back and being like, oh, I don't have a blind anymore. So we're gonna get this thing all tucked in here, and I'll cut down one of these small trees. That way I can get it tucked in there. So this is what I mean by 180 blind. You can see through the whole entire thing, and then you come in here to the back and it's all black. Now I'm probably gonna put some brush down here in the bottom for this and everything just to be safe. But I mean, I can see absolutely no blind spots or nothing in this thing. All right, I got the blind set up. I brushed it in just a hair just a little bit, keep silhouette. You know, you can see through it. They probably can't. They got better eyesight than me though, so I brush it in, just kind of keep silhouette of my feet movement, stuff like that. But this is about the height and about the distance that the decoys are gonna be. It's probably about right here. So we got a good shot. I see there's one stalk right there that I need to take down, but I'm gonna pull the camera card and then on to the next blind. This is one of those sketchy blinds that's been in the barn. There could be a snake in here, there could be a black widow, or there could be a colony of fire ants. I have no idea. It's kind of like an Easter egg. You're gonna open up and see what's inside. It's always a surprise. Or wasps, we can't forget wasps. Or a mouse. There was a mouse that was living in here at one point. I'm gonna have to get in there to adjust that on the stakes. And she's rough, but she's ready. Oh, is she ready? Okay. If I start to scream, y'all know that I got stung. She's got some holes. She's been a little weathered. She's seen some fights or a time or two in her life, but she's still sturdy and she still works. Now, got that set up. Now on this part, birds like to come usually around from this corner and travel corner to corner and come through this strip. So I set that blind up right in the middle of the strip to catch cruising birds coming in through here. I got a couple birds up in here. They ain't showed up in the last day or so, unless they ain't been in front of the camera, but they're in here. I just like to set up blinds. Now I'm still running gun turkeys. I just like to set up blinds and stuff because whenever you go, sometimes you have to deer hunt birds. You have to sit and wait on them. So these daggum marsh lilies or mustard greens, daisies, whatever you want to call them, it's got my allergies acting up. So y'all gonna hear me sneeze quite a bit throughout this turkey season, but got everything set up now. All we need is season to come in and birds show up.